In 2017, Princess Cruises hired me to shoot still images and videos on the Silk Road journey, a 49-day cruise from Rome to Shanghai. I brought along my buddy Iouri as an assistant and a music composer for the project. I tried daily vlogging at the time, but our days were already super packed and I had to edit and deliver content for the client as a priority. We shot with Michelin chefs, met an NBA player, and traveled to 15 countries. What I want to do now is take a look at the footage and share with you the process of what it is to shoot and produce content on a cruise ship, with its limitations and being in a bubble for 2 months. Hello everybody, this is day 28 and we are in Kuala Lumpur, KL, Malaysia. KL is one of my favorite places. When I traveled in Asia a few years ago, actually 5-6 years ago, KL was one of my stops, and what I loved about KL was how cosmopolitan it was. You have 3 different ethnicities, so you have the Indians, the Malays, and the Chinese coexisting in Malaysia. It's very similar to Singapore. We'll get back to that in the future videos. And what's great about that is that you have all these cultures mixing and you have 3 different cuisines to explore. So that's great. Our first stop was going to the Batu Caves, which is a huge Hindu structure outside of KL with the huge Murugan statue there, gold statue. Not sure if it's solid gold, it's probably plated, but it looks awesome.
By myself. And for me, the first time in Asia.
Oh, Asia.
Yeah, so
Singapore is okay.
So while we were there taking our photos of the Batu Cave, there's a group of Chinese ladies that really wanted to take a photo with us. First, I thought it was with Iouri, because they usually like to do that with white people, but apparently they wanted photos with both of us. So that was interesting. We were making friends.
we're making friends in Malaysia.
We managed to take off with our drone until someone told us we weren't supposed to, but we had already got our shots, so that was really cool. We got a few aerial shots of the Murugan statue and of the Batu Cave entrance. We didn't go in for time's sake.
We just took out the drone.
Shh. This guy said it was okay.
But
And
no.
yeah.
And then some other guy said, if you don't bring it down, you're getting arrested.
So after we got all that done and didn't get arrested for flying the drone, just reprimanded because we're not supposed to fly over people, so we landed right away. Had to give it a shot to see, first of all, if they let me take off and I don't see any police coming, seems like a good sign. Then you kind of get around with it and see how far you can go, and then someone tells you to come down, you're like, all right, cool, I'll stop. Next thing we did was grab some breakfast. As I said, 3 cultures here in Malaysia, and the Tamilian food stalls outside of this Hindu sacred place were amazing. So I introduced Iouri to dosa, literally on the street side.
First stop with a bit of a snack here. Dosa. So we're getting some drinks now, we're gonna head into town. To Kuala Lumpur to go see those towers. Highest towers in Asia.
We got back in the car with our awesome driver.
Is that you, Edward?
Yes.
Where's the mustache? Alright, we just had some dosas. We're in the car, and where are we heading to, Edward?
We are going on the way to King Palace.
King Palace. Alright, this is the King's Palace.
King's Palace. Okay.
You can only take pictures from outside though, so.
That's JellO.
Yeah. Pretty sweet house.
Only from the outside, we couldn't really go in because they don't let you in. So we saw the beautiful, intricate, elegant gate and took a few shots of that, and we were out. Beautiful, but it was time to go into the city then.
I think I see them in the back there. Check it out.
Now only little bit starting.
got back on the highway. We're getting closer and closer to the city. So we had to make our way to Chinatown, which is one of the nicest markets in KL. It is very packed with people for a reason. You have all these little shops, you can get souvenirs. We got more street food around there, not in the market, but around Chinatown area. So after walking through Chinatown, checking out the stores, getting some souvenirs, getting some shots of the people walking around, we decided to have one more food stop, and we had chicken rice. At the time, I was still eating chicken. This is 2 years ago. And Iouri and I tried this chicken rice, which was kind of cold at first. So we were a bit worried that maybe we got, the tourist treatment. But later on, I asked my Malaysian friends, they said, no, it's supposed to be lukewarm, so no problem there. And it was great. I don't think I'd have it anymore. And after that was the mandatory stop in front of the KL Petronas Twin Towers. Some of the highest towers in the world. I think the highest twin towers in Asia. Beautiful. I mean, that's what people think of when they see or hear about Kuala Lumpur.
Last stop in KL. We went to the Batu Caves, we went to Chinatown, we had some street food, but we couldn't leave KL without checking out this spot.
We got our mandatory selfie there.
We made it to the Twin Towers with 10 minutes to spare. So we did this, check, done.
But it was already time to make our way back to the ship.
Let's move on to the next city. All right, we're out of here, KL. See you next time. Peace.
We were in KL for roughly 8 hours. I think we managed to get a lot done in that time. Some excursions, some palaces, some food most of all, and some shopping.
This taxi is also going back to the port. Yeah. But we're going faster. We're gonna beat them there.
I'd already seen the Twin Towers, but it was really cool to see that with Iouri and for him to discover a new city. First time in Asia, so racking up those cities already. If you enjoyed the content from KL, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video is out, and follow me on Instagram as well. I'd love to see you there. I posted a photo a day during the trip, and I still post very regularly. And as usual, I'll see you for the next one.